Hello and welcome or welcome back to Spectral Readings. This reading is for the sign of Virgo, again, because that's what I do here mostly on this channel, except for every week I do a general reading or two. If you like the video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And thank you to those of you who just did, who came over from Val333 Tarot. Thank you so much. I see you. I appreciate you. If you need a personal reading, there's information in the description box below. I've been meditating on energy for a little bit over a year. And I want to see what the cards have to say for you in this Celtic cross deck. I think the underlying factor here for Virgos at this time is uncertainty. But it doesn't have to be so deep. But that might be the key to solving your puzzle right now. Might be confidence. Like, if there's a situation where, something happened, but a group of people aren't sure about what happened, but if one person is like, everything is going to be fine because I feel like everything's going to be fine. If that's you can really, what I'm seeing in your situation is you can kind of control the outcome by deciding what is going to happen just because of what should happen, what you deserve. You'll kind of get what you accept at this time. That's what I'm picking up on for you. And, don't be too hard on yourself if you've had times where you've accepted things that you regret, because everything is a lesson. We come here to learn lessons. We don't come here because we're perfect. The Tower is the first card. Wow. Some sort of a big change is happening. Going from one way of life to another way of life. Letting old patterns fall. Taking off blindfolds and seeing things as they really are. Figuring things out. This is Jack Skellington's laboratory up there. And I think it's like partially his bedroom as well, but that's where he thinks. You will really have to think things through at this time. Really decide what you want. Jack Skellington, when he was up here, he decided, spoiler alert, he decided he wanted to basically be Santa Claus. That wasn't good for him, but he still got it. He got what he accepted. He wouldn't accept being the Pumpkin King anymore, So this is some sort of a big shift, and you'll want to be completely honest with yourself. You'll want to listen to signs, pay attention to synchronicities, those kinds of things. Ask for help if you need it. What's crossing you is the Fool. Holy cow. So you're really taking a new journey. I mean, you're taking a new step towards something kind of not blindly, but you have hope. You have hope that something can be good for you. And there's a bit of duality in this card as well, with Zero showing up as well as Jack. This could be a new journey in love. This could be a new journey in a career. This could be a new way of thinking that's crossing you, that's causing this tower to fall. Moving forward. Queen of Presents or Queen of Pentacles. This is somebody who keeps everything in order. That's kind of how things are with you. You're taking care of yourself. There's definitely self-care energy with you. There's making things nice. There's keeping an eye out for good opportunities. And you're, like, especially if you're dealing with a new person, you're minding your business as well as being, out in the world or interacting with other people. you have something to give as well. If you're entering a new job, you have something to give, and that's why this is such a good opportunity. If you're entering a new relationship, look at this. You could take care of somebody. That doesn't have to be the only thing you do. But that's kind of the energy around you, is like you have something to give. Three of Presents or Three of Pentacles is the base of the matter. You know, I don't like to just focus on relationships, but I have to say, somebody might be catching your eye. But as well, some new frequency, new way of thinking could be catching your eye. Something that you've been working on here for a while with the Queen of Pentacles could be coming to fruition now as well. You might be seeing the fruits of your labor. And really, it's making you feel abundant. It's making you feel abundant, and it's getting people's attention at this time. There's something else. What is it? For some of you, you might be stepping out of the tower. You might be leaving a situation that was meant to fall, something that didn't work. It could be a job that didn't work, a relationship that didn't work, any of those things. You're stepping out, and it's kind of like leading you into a new world of discovery. You step out, and you see, hey, there's more out here. You know, it doesn't all just have to be how it has been. I can live a completely different life. And you can take everything that you've worked for and turn it into anything you want. The past energy here is the Two of Candles or the Two of Wands. Again, this is one of those stepping out energies. This is, I've learned, and I can now go and use my knowledge. This is moving out of the dark. And there's duality there as well. Again, this could be somebody catching your eye, and you decide to kind of go out together and make this tower fall. But this is an opportunity coming to meet you in the past. Queen of Swords is in the future. You aren't getting lost in anything. And there is a lot of independence in this energy as well, even though this is, in this deck, this is a married woman. But this is, the Queen of Swords is somebody who doesn't let emotions get the best of you. Doesn't let emotions get the best of her, but of you. Not getting too caught up in things. Having a business mindset. If you are getting into a relationship, you're kind of going to accomplish things together. You're going to be one of those like working couples, right? But in the future here, you're kind of very focused on what makes you like satisfied intellectually. The World is where you find yourself. Didn't I just say leaving something and then going out and seeing all of the different things that are possible? That is this card. This is where you find yourself. Be open to new opportunities. Let things show themselves to you. See things for what they are, and don't get sucked into something that isn't meant for you, because that's just falling down a rabbit hole, and you'll end up where you started, pretty much. Of course, learning lessons is valuable. But where you find yourself is, there's so many options for you, and everything is going to be provided for you. So you just need to like be you, find your place. How others see you is Three of Swords. Wow. Wow. Why would somebody see you as Three of Swords? If not, I mean, because they're betraying you. It's kind of like you have this appearance like you haven't really had your needs met yet in this life. Things just haven't gone well. People might look at you and think like you're like, why did I just hear widower? Or what's that term for somebody who is single forever? You know? Or like things just don't go your way very often. This is how people are kind of seeing you. But I'm just really, I mean, of course there's a heart in the middle of this card, but I'm just really drawn to the heart. Like, I think people have an understanding that you've had some sort of heartbreak, and that's just, you know, it's kind of a big part of you. For hopefully none of you, but for one of you, you might be being cheated on. Your hopes and your fears are the Knight of Presents the Knight of Pentacles. You hope that if you take your time and if you're careful, things will be fruitful for you. If you look over everything and you're careful and try to carefully, you hope that everything will work out and everything will be in order. You fear that you'll miss an opportunity by going too slow. That's apparent. But let's see what happens. And before I flip the card over, I do put all these cards face down because I just prefer to read that way, especially if I'm like reading for somebody. But you start with a Tower. Tower's definitely falling, and what's crossing you is a need to kind of step away from it and not try to hold it together. Allow things to change. Allow yourself to go into a new world, right? Especially because allow yourself to go into a new world. Accept the new world. That's a big message here, especially because where you find yourself is the world. And where you find yourself, that position, is how you can move forward well, right? So you allow the new world to unfold for you. I'll word that in some way for the title. Final outcome is the Nine of Swords. Scary. Nine of Swords, Nine of Needles in this deck is kind of the card of nightmares. Now, why would this be your final outcome? I'll look into this for you. This is the card of kind of trying to walk a straight line, but you're swerving all over the place. It's the card of not being able to hold everything together. And I'm just going to figure out why for you. It's this uncertainty. Yeah, okay. The Lovers is the card that came out to clarify it. It's this uncertainty. There's something that you're not sure of, and it's just giving you anxiety. And I don't know. I want to know if you can trust this opportunity or this path for yourself. Because, of course, it's a little exciting starting something new, you know, maybe a little nerve-wracking. And, of course, at this time of Mercury retrograde, there's a bit of lack of communication. So there can be lack of clarity. Like, if you're somebody who making, like, a box of macaroni or something like that, if you're somebody who wants to measure how many quarts of water to boil, you might not be too comfortable with uncertainty, you know? Virgo can be very detail-oriented, and if you don't know what's going to happen, if you don't know what's happening, if you don't know what the other person's thinking, it might make you uncomfortable. Although this is pretty clear. Two of Swords. Okay, so what's making you uncomfortable about this relationship, and this is not just a love reading, this relationship can be opportunities as well. It can be a path that you're taking. Your relationship with something, right? But Nine of Swords, anxious, nightmares. The Lovers, uncertainty with a relationship. Two of Swords, you have no idea what to do. You're conflicted. If you take one path, you know, this might happen. If you take another path, that might happen, and you aren't really sure exactly what to do, and that's kind of causing you a bit of anxiety. It's the uncertainty that's causing you anxiety in this, and that's kind of the outcome here. Let me just look a little bit further. Three of Candles or Three of Wands is the final outcome. So this is pretty darn good. This is a new journey, right? But it's just the beginning of one. So everything works out. The dust settles and there's something standing, right? You are able to work out here with the Three of Candles. I'm seeing another deck where it's you're being handed a crown in the middle of a desert, right? So there's still a long way to go, but this is a great sign that it's going to work out. So you will get through this. You just don't be don't be too scared that if you take your time with this, that you might miss an opportunity. Take your time, but especially with the Fool crossing you, don't go in this, whatever it is for you in your situation, and let me know what it is. But don't go in it with a lot of baggage, like expectations, or, just kind of let things play out, because they're gonna play out nicely. You have the World card here where you find yourself. So you're finding yourself in this state of abundance. How others see you is the Three of Needles. So maybe you're coming off as a bit vulnerable because you've been hurt before, right? And if this is a job or a career, it could be, you just haven't found your place yet. Yes, that is definitely for somebody. You haven't found your place yet. It's here, but it's just making you, and you're going toward it. I mean, the Tower is falling, and you're moving forward as the Fool. Tower is falling. It's here, right? And you're going to have it. That's the very final outcome with the Three of Wands. But you're just a little uncertain. So I hope maybe I did tell you this already, but you need to have confidence, because you'll get what you will accept. Didn't I? I think I said that at the beginning. Sometimes I forget. Because I'm kind of just spouting off. But yeah, you'll get what you'll accept. You will get this good outcome for yourself. You will. You just have to be confident. You have to own it. Like if you're talking to somebody and you charm them a bit and open up one path of conversation, or if you're like talking to a new job opportunity, things are going well, right? So there's one opportunity, but they might give you an out. They might say like, or this, like, we could hang out or we could not. We could meet for an interview or, we could not. If they say we could not, don't think, oh my gosh, maybe they don't want to meet with me. Maybe I should just say no. No, because they wouldn't have said that they wanted to meet with you. They just gave you an out in case you are scared, because you have the three. That's how they see you, as the Three of Swords. So you need to be a little confident. Clean your energy. Don't wear your heart on your sleeves so much, especially with the Fool crossing you. Do you see the Jack's heart on his sleeves? No. He's straight up just looking forward. He's smiling. He doesn't have this baggage with him. He's just excited for this new world that he's entering. Okay, I'm going to give you some oracle advice. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about a thing. Because every little thing is going to be all right. And for your animal guidance, because sometimes I do pull animal spirit, turtle, tortoise, for sure, endurance, adaptability, making things work no matter what. If you have a bad day, don't let it rock your perspective so much. If you're picking up on uncertainty from somebody, that's okay. They'll get through it. You don't have to take it on yourself and make your whole life about it. But just be ready for this new journey. Okay. They actually don't want me to break the deck. Okay, clean it up. And because I like to let the oracle speak, I will read it to you. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work? Overwhelmed? I sound like an infomercial. Time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment Every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for miracles, for the miracles that are lining up for you. Absolutely. What was I just lecturing you about with this Fool card? He doesn't have baggage, you know? Especially, like, I've told you guys this before. If you have pictures of an ex up in your house, you know, or like something like that, something they gave you, take it down. If you have storage, store it. That's a huge thing. Old energy, let it go. Especially because the tower is falling too. I mean, the tower with the Fool. And also, rearrange things in your house. If your lamp is over there, put it over there. You know, swap around the paintings, those kinds of things, freshen things up. That'll help unstick energy. That's big. And I want to read the relationship message for you for this card as well, because this is for some of you. Time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Those are all of the messages. I love that feeling. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you need a personal reading, there's information in the description box below on how to go about doing that. Also, I know that sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, you call people, you use your phone to call people. Isn't that like unsafe? Sometimes I even get lectured like, you need to be more careful. I use a phone service that's not my real number, and I am careful. I use VPNs. Somebody noticed the other day and commented about sometimes I sound kind of nerdy with the terms I use, but I spend a lot of time on computers. But yeah, so I do offer phone readings, and it's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't know. I like being with people real time, but of course I don't have to. But anyway, yeah, thank you for joining me. Have a blessed day. You can do it, and I will see you next time.